Hey guys, we are back with some more Vegas Golden Knights Eastside Hockey Manager. And what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to make some moves. Because this team, I feel like, is very close to squeaking into the playoffs. That, and we have a whole ton of prospects now. We don't have to worry about, too much. We've got the likes of Carl Forrest. We've got Alan Lazaro, who looks to be almost ready. Lucas Summers right out of the draft. Kenneth Torma. And then you also have, of course, Recco. Is it Recco or Reiko or I'm not exactly sure. But I was looking up the English equivalent to Recco, I guess, and it's apparently Greg. So I'm tempted to call him Greg Polkinen for right now, just until I learn the proper pronunciation of his name. But you got Waltteri Lapalainen. And this is just forwards. And you got Jet Wu on defense, Alexis Semenov, Cam York, I believe Hakon Steves has a pretty good potential. Yep, 5-star. So the only thing we're really lacking is goaltenders. But even then, Maxim Zhukov looks like he'll be pretty good. I mean, he has pretty solid save percentage in the USHL, though he is only 2-star future rating. Cam Rowe is a 3-star future rating, though I'm not sure how he's going to turn out. He does, however, have 48 wins in 49 games in the USHL as well, so 947 save percentage, so we'll see how that turns out. And what we're going to be doing, we have all of this cap space. We have nearly, I believe, 26 million. 25.2 million in cap space. We have a lot to work with. We don't have to pay anyone for a while, I don't believe anyway. If you take a look here, Carrier, Eakin, Howla, Kelleher, Krug. I mean, not too many of these guys are going to want that much money besides Joe Veleno in the future, and then maybe William Karlsson. So I think we can afford to make a splash here in free agency, especially if we're looking at playoffs, which it looks like we are. And I was looking at Matt Duchene, but then I decided, you know what? No, we have William Karlsson, who looks like he is ready for the first line. Because if you take a look here, where's Karlsson? Right there. He has a 5-star current rating, which is a first-line talent. 89 for passing, 85 for poke check, 85 for face-offs. So he looks like he's ready for the first line. And then we also have Joe Veleno coming up, who is going to be a first-line forward, or hopefully is going to be a first-line center. And then, well, you guys will see who else I am planning to sign in free agency. I'm also planning to sign Adam Lowry, who will be hopefully another great center for us. 72 for faceoffs, 87 hitting, 85 poke check. You want this guy in your third line for sure. And I guess we'll, since I've already said his name, I guess we'll approach to sign him here. So he wants to be a key player, but he only wants 4.3 per year, but for 7 years. So how old is he? 26? 7 years will take him till he is 33. That's not too bad. If I could go 6 years for like 4 point... Alright, I'll go 4.5 for the first 3 years, and then we'll go 4.2 for the next 3 years, and I'll give him a signing bonus of 75,000. Yeah, I think that'd be worth it if I could get Lowry for 6 years, because if you look at his report card, he's great defensively. He's got pretty good shot, pretty good puck handling, pretty good hockey sense, pretty good everything, really. Again, this is one of the guys you want as a penalty killer and just as a third or middle six kind of guy. So again, we'll go 4.5 for the first 3 years and 4.2 for the next 3. And we'll go for 6 years, 75,000. No clauses. Submit that to Adam Lowry. Hopefully he accepts. Might have to reoffer him though. And the next player we're going after is Brandon Carlo, 22 years of age, but he is a UFA. Boston must have released him. And the reason we're going after this guy, even though we have technically a full defensive core already, I'm not impressed with John Merrill. Over the past 2 seasons, 663, 660. I'm going to be looking to trade him more than likely. So, and then we also have Cam York coming in. So We trade Merrill, we get Carlo and York. That'll be 7 defensemen, so that'll be pretty nice. So Carlo wants to be a key player as well. He wants 4.3 for 6 years, so I'll do the sort of the same thing here as we did with Adam Lowry, and then give him more bonus money. Yeah, pretty much the same contract for Brandon Carlo. And then what we are going to do, we're getting the Flower back. We are getting Marc-Andre Fleury back on this team since we are looking to make the playoffs. He does want a no-trade clause. 34. That's 5 years. If I could give him 3 years with the no-trade clause at like 5.5 per year, that'd be good. Yeah, hopefully he can accept that. And then we're going to be going after Artemi Panarin. We need that scoring winger, and he's right here. We were looking for a scoring winger in the draft, but we didn't. I don't think we picked one up. No, we didn't. We got Greg Polkinen, whatever you want to call him. He's a defensive forward, more than likely. So we need, if we're going for the Stanley Cup playoffs, we need to get Artemi Panarin here. And it doesn't even look like, oh man, the board doesn't even, oh dear. Okay, never mind. We might not be able to sign him. The board is not allowing us to go past 9.9 per year. Ooh, that's a huge problem. All right, so we may not be able to go after Panarin. Maybe Blake Wheeler. He's a little old, though. I wanted someone in their 20s. Maybe Matt Duchene wouldn't be too bad if we maybe stuck him on the left wing. Or if maybe we put Carlson on the left wing. Okay, that changes our plans completely here. But let's just see how much Duchene wants. Okay, we can at least offer him here. So he wants 8.8 per year. All right, so I think what we're going to do is I'm interested actually in Jacob Silfverberg. Since we can't sign Panarin, Silfverberg, I guess, is the next best thing. He's 28 years of age. He fits in that age range, not Matt Zuccarello, who's 31, not Wayne Simmons, who's 30, not Blake Wheeler, who's 32. But Silfverberg here, I mean, it looks like he didn't get too many points there in Anaheim. But I'm going to just guess that he was on Anaheim's second or third line. I'm almost positive he's going to be playing on our first line. And he'll be playing with William Karlsson. And he'll be playing with, he'll have Torrey Krug on defense. And he will also have Marchessault. He'll have Smith. Now, those aren't necessarily prominent offensive players. But he'll be, I think, a great addition. Great positionally. Great checker. Great work rate and teamwork and wrist shot. And he's pretty much just a nice, well-rounded player besides hitting, which, you know, I'm not really too concerned about with him. And he only wants 6.2 compared to Matt Duchene, who wants 8.8. And with the contracts of Marc-Andre Fleury, Brandon Carlo, Adam Lowry, and especially with all of them being long-term, I kind of had some second thoughts about signing Matt Duchene, so especially for that long-term contract that he wanted. I mean, Silfverberg wants a long-term contract as well, but at least his is like $2 million cheaper. Actually, like $2.5 million cheaper. So we'll go up to 6.5 for the first. We'll go 6 seasons for Silfverberg, and we'll do the same sort of thing that we did with Lowry and Carlo, and we'll give him $100,000 signing bonus. There you go. So let's hope that all of these guys sign, and assuming they do, we're looking at a playoff-bound season here for the Vegas Golden Knights. We already have Oscar Dansk. We already have this entire defensive core minus Merrill, who should be going if Carlo signs, and then You got all these forwards. We're probably going to have to send some of these guys down to the minors. I don't know about Pulkkinen. I mean, Pulkkinen did pretty good in the 11 games that he played last year. Actually, very good. 12 points in 11 games. So I might want to leave him as a backup forward. But I don't think Cody Glass or Nick Suzuki are going to be playing this year. I want to give them at least 1 year in the AHL, both of them. I'm not entirely sure about Veleno. I'm kind of hoping he'll crack the roster, but I'm not going to pressure him. So we'll see what happens. And let us advance. Actually, before we do that, I just remembered. Let us get ourselves an assistant GM because we don't have one. So if the assistant GM should be right below my name here, and we do not have an assistant GM, so we're going to need one. So let's go out and look for one. And actually, I have one written down. This is the great thing about this game. You could just search by name. His name is Greg Moore. And search for non-players. Yep, he has a 99 for player ability and 99 for player potential. So I think he would make a great assistant GM. So let's get him signed. I'll go for 3 years. Give him a signing bonus. Convince him to come over from Europe. And there you go. That should do it now. And let us simulate. And we will see who we get. And assuming we get everyone we want, we can then trade Merrill. And then we'll move on to the season. So let's see what happens here over the next few days. I'm not expecting anyone really to sign within the next few days. It might not be till like July 7th or even July 10th. I don't know. It's random in this game. It's not like EA where it's like, you know, there's a set date where everyone signs. Okay, so Silverberg accepts. Very nice. Let's sign him officially. There you go. And Greg Pulkkinen. Torma. So here's all the prospects. Lazaro. Zukov. And there you go. All right. Marc-Andre Fleury is back, baby. The flower is back. And we also get Lowry. Now we're just waiting on Carlo, I believe. And maybe a couple of prospects. Is this Carlo? This is Semenov. Okay. Carlo. Is that Carlo? That's Summers. Yeah, Carl Force. Cam York. Perfect. Alex Tuck. Oh, yeah, Alex Tuck, too. I forgot he went to free agency. And there's Greg Moore, assistant GM. So Alex Tuck is back as well. And let's see if Brandon Carlo gets on board. And if he is, we will be trading John Merrill. And we are within the salary cap now, I believe. Yep, $66 million. So it's actually a pretty good thing we didn't go after Panarin because we do have some pretty big contracts, actually. Not big contracts, just contracts that might get in the way of paying guys like Veleno eventually, especially if we had someone like Panarin. So I'm glad that the ownership didn't let us go after Artemi Panarin. So I'm guessing. Oh, hold on. Is this it? Is this it? Yes, it is. Brandon Carlo has accepted our offer. There you go. All right. So Neil Smith retires. He was a scout for us. All right. Is anyone else retiring? Any other scouts? Doesn't look like it. All right. Good. So we got everyone who we wanted out of free agency. Let's just simulate one more day so that he is on our roster. And then we will shop John Merrill around. Yep, that takes us up to $70 million. So if we had gotten Artemi Panarin, we would have pretty much been right at the cap ceiling because we got Silverberg as I guess the what's the word I'm looking for? The consolation prize to Artemi Panarin, and Silverberg wanted we gave him 6.5. Panarin wanted over 10 million. So we would have been right at the cap ceiling. So I'm actually glad that we did not sign Panarin or Duchesne. So let us shop around John Merrill. Offer to all. And only 2 takers. The Blues are willing to give up Tommy Vanelli and 2 force. And then the Lightning are willing to give up a 3rd. So what's worth more? Vanelli? Nah, he's not really that good. But 2 4th-round picks or a 3rd. The Lightning and the Blues. I think those 2 4th-round picks are in the same year. I think I would rather take the 2 force. And then we get Vanelli as like a replacement player as well. Unless he's on a bad contract. No, he's not. All right. Yeah, you know what? I will do that deal with the Blues. But I will also accept the Lightning's offer just in case the Blues change their mind, because that does happen in this game. So we will go ahead and, assuming both of them accept, we will accept the Blues offer. There you go. There you go. All right. We will accept St. Louis Blues offer for John Merrill. There you go. So that's all done. And that should be the offseason for the Vegas Golden Knights. So pretty eventful. Didn't go as planned, but I would still say a pretty successful offseason for the Vegas Golden Knights. So, I mean, you got a great draft with Cam York and Rekko Greg Polkinen. And then, I mean, you got Alan Lazaro once again, who looks like he's going to be pretty solid. So let us get to, actually, you know what, we will figure out the roster first. We'll go Florian Dansk. Then defensively will be Krug, Miller, Brandstrom, Hogg, Theodore, and then I guess Carlo to start out. I want to get York in there at some point, but that'll be the 6 defensemen to start out. And then forward-wise, we have 6 currently. Carrier was really good last year. He had a 718 average rating, 37 points. He'll be playing. Silverberg, Lowry, Tuck. So that leaves us with 2 forwards. 2 more forwards out of these, what is this? 6, 11. We have to choose 2 of these guys out of 11. I would say, I don't know, Kelleher was pretty bad last year. 646 average rating. Fashing wasn't impressive either. 664. Leipzig, 682. Not that great, but better. Rekko Polkinen. Greg, I don't know. We're going to have to try him out in preseason. Kenneth Torma, same thing. Same thing with all these rookies, really. Timo Polkinen, maybe. He was pretty solid in those games, in those like 11 games he played for us last year. Lucas Summers, and I mean the same thing for all these prospects. I don't think we're going to be playing Glass or Suzuki. They're probably going to get sent down. They don't look like they're ready yet. But so we have 2 forward spots that need to be claimed. But we should have that figured out by the end of the preseason, so let us get there. All right, so we are at training camp now, August 26th. I've already preset the preseason. As you can see with the first 4 games, we have a little bit of a pattern going here. Kings, Sharks, Jets, Capitals, ring a bell. So we're going to assign the jersey numbers here, as I believe, yeah, we have to reassign some of these here. Tuck, 89. There you go. Flower, 29. And Lowry, 17. All right, there you go. Silverberg, 33. Veleno, none. Okay, Carlo, what number is he? 25. Yep, sure. There you go. All right, that'll be it for now. And let's take a look at the roster management screen. Oh, no, I was looking for, yeah, here we go. So these are the training camp teams. And we will, we'll keep going here. And we may as well just do the preseason in this video. Then we'll start out the next video with the regular season. So we're just going to kind of speed through this here. And no, we will not be speeding through the actual regular season. This year, we intend on contending, so we are going to go through the regular season game by game. Golden Knights requested to name captains. They will be, I guess, yeah, Smith, Krug, and Eakin. Yeah, sure. Training camp up to speed. So the first day physicals to evaluate the fitness of each participant has concluded. Leading the way in the fitness department were Alan Lazaro and Marc-Andre Fleury. Both Tommy Vannelli and Eric Howla left something to be desired. All right. We'll keep going here. Only a couple more days until the first preseason game of year number 3. Golden Knights expected to make first cuts. I won't do that until a little later. I don't usually do the first cuts thing. I usually cut them all at once. So here we go. We're on September 12th, which is our first game. I'll put Zukov in there. Zukov, there we go. I'll sort by reputation just so it doesn't do that. I will also put York in there. I'll take out Krug. And then forwards. All right, so I'm going to start with Veleno. All right, you know what? We'll clear out all the vets here. We'll just start from scratch here. So I want Veleno. I want Lazaro playing. Kelleher. I want guys who want to prove themselves, you know. I think I'm going to send out, I'm going to send Glass. He can go back to juniors, technically. Yeah, he can go back to juniors. Suzuki. I don't, he had a pretty good average rating in juniors last year. He can go to the AHL. Lucas Summers, I want to give him a chance to prove himself. Torma. Leipzig. Polkinen. Fashing. Okay, that looks to be it in terms of young players. Now we'll just fill up the rest with veterans. We'll go with Alex Tuck. We'll go with Adam Lowry, the new addition. And we'll also go with Jacob Silverberg, another new addition. So there we go. Let us fill the lines here. Ask Coach. So Coach is going for Leipzig, Lowry, Silverberg, Teemu Pulkkinen, Veleno and Tuck, Greg Pulkkinen, Lazaro, Fashing, Kelleher, Summers, and Torma. And then defensively, Theodore, Carlo, Haag, Miller, York, and Brandstrom, and then Dansk and Zukov. And again, for Pulkkinen, let me know what his actual pronunciation is. Like, is it Recco? Is it Reiko? Is it Rico? I'm not sure. Oh, man. Anyway, let's get to this first game against the Kings. Let's go. First period, there we go. Two goals by Teemu Pulkkinen. Okay. So, assist by Theodore and Tuck, and then Miller and Theodore on the power play. Second period, there you go. Cam York with his first preseason goal from Veleno and Lowry, and then Lazaro from Theodore and Greg. Recco Polk. I don't know. I'm so confused. Fashing, Lazaro, Pulkkinen, and then a 5-2 win for the Vegas Golden Knights. Greg Pulkkinen, for God's sakes. Oh, dear. All right. So, game against the Sharks, we lose 3-2. Goals by Leipzig and Colin Miller. And 2 assists for Alan Lazaro. Alan Lazaro looks to have, 4 points in 2 games. He's making a name for himself here. So far in the preseason. And final cuts. Okay. So those are coming up soon. So we'll do this last game against the Jets here, and then we'll make some cuts. Against the Jets, 5-3 win. Lazaro. Lazaro's really making a case for himself here. Another goal in this game. This is from Theodore and Miller, and then Pulkkinen from Tuck and York, and then Theodore from Miller, Leipzig from Brandstrom and Veleno, and then Theodore from Pulkkinen and Leipzig. All right. And then, of course, Lowry suffers injury for 10 days, so he'll be getting scratched for a little bit. All right, so now let's make some cuts. Oh, man, I should have put, like, the other rookies in there. Well, actually, there's no more rookies. All the rookies are already dressed, so let's take a look at the average ratings here, see who has done what. Lucas Summers doesn't look like he's ready. I mean, I want him to be ready. The good old New Jersey boy, 6'6", 233 pounds. and he looks like that technical category is almost there. But a 567 average rating, that is not good at all. So he is going to be going down to the AHL. 567 for Adam Lowry. Hopefully he could rebound from that. I trust Lowry that he can. Kelleher, not great. He didn't rebound from last year. Joe Veleno, oh man. Come on, Veleno. I really want you to pull through for me here, buddy. Kenneth Torma, Silverberg, Fashing. Looks like not too many guys did that well. I mean, Timu Pulkkinen. All right. I mean, I'm not complaining here. We got someone stepping up to the plate in Timu Pulkkinen. And then Alan Lazaro and Brendan Leipzig looks like they're going to be taking up the final 3 roster spots. So as we clear the roster here, we are going to go Flower and Dansk. Then defenseman. We're going to go with Carlo, Krug, Theodore. Actually, we'll check defenseman real quick. York had a 667. Hogg had a 667. But York had 2 points. So we'll go Miller, Brandstrom, York. All right, so there's 6 defensemen. I think I'm going to place Vanelli on waivers. Hogg is already our extra defenseman. And then forwards, Silverberg, Marchessault, Smith, Tuck, Carrier, Haula, Eakin, Wilson, Carlson, Pulkkinen. I don't know. Alan Lazaro made a real good case for himself. I mean, he's already a 4-star. So I'll give him a chance. And then 19 players. So this guy would be whoever we're dressing next would be the backup for Adam Lowry. So I would think that's either Fashing or Veleno. I'll give Veleno the chance for right now, but if like a few games into the season he's not doing so well, I'm going to send him back to juniors. It's just the way it is. I don't want to rush Joe Veleno. So that'll be that. Let's see what the coach does. So Silverberg, Eakin, Smith, Marchessault, Carlson, Tuck, Carrier, Haula, Wilson, Lazaro, Veleno, and Pulkkinen. And then Krug and Carlo, Theodore Miller, York, Brandstrom, Fleury, Dansk. All right, I'll go with it. I'll go with it, coach. Whatever you say. And we'll do the rest of the preseason here, and then we'll end things off. We're already at 30 minutes. Oh my, all right. Yeah, we really got to move things along here. So we will speed through the rest of this preseason here. 5-2 win versus the Capitals. Very nice. So we look to be in a better position here. And Vanelli cleared waivers, so he is still ours, and he's in the AHL, so that's good. 4-1 win versus the Ducks. Very nice. And all right, well, there goes that idea. Veleno out for 2 weeks. Come on, game. Give me a break. All right, so let's see. Who's going to be the replacement for the replacement of Lowry? I'm thinking it'll be I'll give Kelleher another chance, I suppose. Yep, there we go. All right. 4-3 win versus the Oilers. So, very solid preseason overall. One more game against the Coyotes. But let me know what you guys think of the acquisitions that we made in the offseason. And let me know what you think we should do before the start of this upcoming regular season for year number 3. What should we do with coaches? Is there any moves we need to make, staff-wise, roster-wise? You guys let me know. And we do actually have to send some guys down here. So we need to get 6 players off the roster. So I'm thinking Zukov can go down to the AHL. So there's 1. And then Fashing, Leipzig, Pulkkinen, Torma. I'll send Torma down to the AHL. I guess for right now, we'll send Pulkkinen down to the AHL. I want to see how he does down there. So we'll do that. And spare me a few episodes of trying to pronounce his name. So Brendan Leipzig. Yeah, we're within the roster limit for right now, but once Lowry and Veleno get back, we will be 2 skaters over. So we're going to have to trade one of these guys or send someone down because Yeah. But other than that, I mean, look at all these reputations, like very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Like almost all of our forward core is very good reputation, besides the Leipzig, Kelleher, and Lazaro, who hopefully changes that this season. And then our defensive core, Branstrom, Hogg, and York. I mean, that's obvious. Majority of those guys are rookies. But Miller, Theodore, Krug, and Carlo, both all very good. And then Fleury, very good. So we have a deep team here in Vegas right now. So let me know what we should do. And see you guys for the start of year number 3.